Okay, so setup-wise, for the most part, was pretty good. Ball position is going to be just to the left of centre, as you can see. We don't want it nearer where your left here would be like a driver, because the ball isn't teed up like a driver, okay? Yeah. It needs to be here. If you were playing a shorter club, like a 7-iron, for example, the ball would be the same position, just this foot would be narrower now, because you would be narrow, which now gives the impression that ball's now in the middle of the stance. And if you're doing a chip shot, you go with the red foot now, you're chipping there, so the ball's now back in the stance. Yeah. So the ball seems to move up and down the stance only because your trail leg, there's your 3 or 5 wood setup, there's probably a 6 or 7 iron, there's your wedge and there's your chip shot. Relative to that red tee, that ball is moving back and forth, but I'm not kind of moving up and down like a shuffling sight. No, you're just bringing the foot narrower, yeah. Okay, so setup for the most part there was decent. This was the swing you had at the start of the session now in terms of the sort of backswing and the turn that we had. You'd get to about here, and then it's more kind of just a lift with the arms there now, okay? So your shoulder turn is, I think, 50, 60 degrees generous maybe, all right? Not really going to create a lot of power, okay? 45. All right, so when you come down to the golf ball, yes, your arms can swing fast, but because the body now is going to have to unwind, you're now swinging across the ball, so your chest has opened up quite a lot. That ball's going to be swinging, or the club's going to be swinging way left of target, causing you now to hit across the ball, slice it, smother it low left, and lose power. What we want to try and do now, if we look here at the practice swing, there we go, make the backswing as far as you can, yeah? I mean, if you compare those backswings...
My elbow's bending there a bit, mine.
That's fine. Again, don't let your left arm staying straight. There's 3 myths in golf that golfers listen to, unfortunately. Keep your left arm straight, keep your head down and slow it down. And it's the 3 worst things you can try and do. So when your mates every Saturday morning say, Peter, keep your head down, keep your left arm straight and slow it down, ignore them. Because we're trying to get that club to the back of your head as far as we can. If you keep that straight there, there's your backswing. It'd go about 50 yards at most, okay? Very few golfers can keep a left arm dead straight anyway, and in reality it doesn't want to be perfectly straight, because the way people would do it is they just lock it so stiff that the shoulder now gets tight, they can't turn, So yes, the arm is slightly hinging there. It will seem a bit more of a hinge because the way the 3D kind of, and if I do this here now, if I'm only there, it's fairly, if I keep going around here now, it look more flexed. So it's not that I'm actually bending my arm, or it's just the fact the club's going further around me, okay? So the fact the elbow's slightly softening there, not a problem. But in comparison, those 2 backswings there are very, very different, yeah? As we said, if you practice trying to make as big a turn as possible, then when we get to put the golf ball in the way, what we would hope to see is be somewhere in the middle. So that practicing was like sort of 90 to 100 degrees, and your left-hand one was 45 to 55 degrees, we'll go in the middle somewhere. We would hope to get this around about sort of 75 degrees, which, to be fair to you, you're probably not far from. Okay, so you're making a fuller backswing, okay? You're getting the club further behind you, so you're creating more power, and also in changing the direction that club swings on, yeah? Because now your body's turned more. When the arms come back down, you're coming back down more towards the target. You swish your arms as fast as you can, and the ball now is flying more direct to target, and then through towards the follow-through there, in a decent balanced kind of position, okay? And the yardage we got there, the last one was miss 6, that was kind of your old one. This was kind of your original yardage carry at the start of the session. Yes, it's got 122, lovely. And then in the summertime, it could be 130, 140, 150, could be more, yeah? I mean, if you're going down 14 at your place, dog leg around the corner, gets bouncing down that fairway, or 10, if you're top of the hill there, get one down there, or the 4th or 3rd, wherever it may be, just get a ball running down the fairway. It runs forever and a day. But this is the truest number. The carry number is what we're looking at, because come the winter time, and even now to some extent, the grounds are getting softer, isn't it? That's the truest number, because in about 6-7 weeks' time, maybe a bit later, whatever that is, that's going to be your total distance, or not far from it, okay? So we've got to try and be able to create power by turning better, and what it will do then is it improve your efficiency, because when you turn more around the ball there, Peter, around your spine, the club now is swinging faster towards target. If you don't turn, you're now swinging faster to the left of target, which means you're going to cut across the ball more, creating more of that kind of slice spin out to the right there. Does that kind of make sense, though, yeah?
It does,
yeah? Good. Okay, have a couple more then, and then we'll have a look at how it goes from there, okay?